Cartel, my people, my babies, my dogs, what's going on with y'all boys, man? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Golden Ghost, and welcome back to the Golden Ghost Cartel. And today, I think it's finally time that we have an important discussion about an important implementation that is necessary for maintaining the integrity and longevity of Dead or Alive going into Dead or Alive 6 last round. It's time we talk about rollback netcode. So what is rollback and why is it even important? Rollback netcode is a method used in online multiplayer games, particularly in fighting games, to address latency and ensure smoother gameplay. It predicts player actions to minimize input delay and corrects discrepancies when actual inputs are received. DOA doesn't have this. What we have in the big 2026 is delay-based netcode, where the game waits for input data to travel between players before updating the game state. This often results in noticeable lag or jittery gameplay, especially with poor connections. Rollback netcode, on the other hand, assumes what a player might do based on their last input. If the assumption is correct, the game continues seamlessly. If incorrect, the game literally rolls back to the correct state by recalculating the past few frames. While this netcode has been around since late 2006 thanks to the Cannon brothers, it has been an integral system to the online infrastructure of fighting games since around 2020, the year of social distancing. Rollback has been around for a little while and has been implemented and adapted and corrected over the past few years through other fighting games. It's been refined, and at this current point in time, when it comes to DOA 6 last round, we still don't have any confirmation on whether there will or won't be rollback in the game. The lack of transparency on this important piece of information is arguably worse than being straight up told no. Now that I think about it, they already kind of told us that Mai and Cooler weren't going to be in the game, and then look at how that turned out now. Point is, with them sitting on this crucial data, the community has been wondering, is there going to be a rollback in the game? Legacy figures that still support the game have been fighting for this, to get this in the game, and now I think it's necessary to do my part as well. And you know, when I sent that document directly to the developers that put rollback implementation on the top of the list, I thought that I did do that part. And yet, at EVO Japan, that announcement still leaves me feeling jaded. So now, I need to say it again. It's crazy too, because on Twitter, when the discussion of rollback came back up, even one of my own people said that we need to stop the copium, because if rollback was in the game, it would have been advertised. And yes, that's a good point, but at the same time, this is why we need to bring that message over, that it needs to be implemented into the game. Even after release like Fighter Z did, even if you gotta delay the game, the people that's been playing and supporting DOA 6 for all this time do not want to jump into a newer version of the game with the same old code that changes the foundation of the way the game is meant to be played. And before someone explains it to me, I know. I understand the concept of asking for rollback if it hasn't already been pre-planned is a hard ask. I understand that if it's not something that's already been baked into the system from the beginning of its development cycle, then it's going to take a while to bake that code into the game. But we need to understand that it's literally any netcode that's better than what we got is going to do wonders for this game, even if it's some Fisher Price rollback. Let's take a look at all the current fighting games that already have rollback. Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Guilty Gear Strive, Mortal Kombat 11 and MK1, VF5 Revo, KOF 15, DNF Duel, Melty Blood Type Lumina, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, and those are just the modern examples. Blaze Blue, Killer Instinct, Skullgirls, Guilty Gear XX, even Fightcade all have some type of rollback put into it. I can go further and talk about an indie fighting game. Y'all remember when Tekken 8 Season 2 had basically, it made someone so traumatized that they created their own version, like a Tekken based fighting game called Rush? That game has rollback netcode in it. So I don't think that we as a community are crazy when we say that DOA kind of needs rollback netcode at this point. I've had plenty of experiences with fighting game players trying to get them into DOA 6, and they can even look past the stigma of the game, but they turn their noses up the moment that I mentioned that the netcode is delay based. We aren't going to be able to convince any fans of fighting games to try our product when the only people in when we are the only people in 2026 that's trying to play in delay based net. That's just the reality that we're in. But that's not even the biggest reason as to why rollback should be in DOA, because the thing is, DOA has grounds to benefit the most from having rollback, not just because of the gameplay feeling smoother, but because the game in its current state with delay based netcode currently functions differently on a fundamental level, causing things to happen to you and your opponent that should not ever happen offline. I'm not saying this to be dramatic or facetious either. Today, I have 5 clips to prove this point.
Why did it? Bro!
If you didn't see what just happened right there, I couldn't move, like at all. After I blocked that string, I was buffering a throw, but in spite of me pressing the button like 3 or 4 times to ensure that the button comes out, nothing happens. I still won the round, but considering stuff like that can be the difference between a win or a loss, is unbelievably irritating, especially if you're someone that's coming out a losing end, because the netcode is literally eating your buttons. Now, there's a few people that also reminded me that in DOA 6 that there's this weird thing where you can see someone with a perfect blue connection, and for whatever reason it's still considered to be a fake blue connection and still be mad laggy, which it was. To be fair, this was a laggy match. However, the next clip I can't really say the same about my opponent, and the same thing still happens. Let's go to my first of 5 versus Johnny. Now, I've played Johnny quite a bit up to this point, and I haven't had a single laggy experience outside a single instance during this event. Now let me be clear, Johnny did say that it was laggy on his side because he was using his work PC and being wired from there to play DOA, but on my end it wasn't really that laggy to me. It was probably like delayed by like a frame or two, but not anything that I couldn't really handle. It kind of felt like I was just playing on PSN, but it still felt like a good, decent connection nonetheless. However, it was a single instance on this final game of the set where the connection was still stable, still consistent, to where I was fully acclimated to it, where it did this to me again, except this time I was on the offensive end. Take a look.
Going up, I didn't realize.
Listen,
I'm used to DOA meter, not money meter. Hold on.
the Matcherino, it's gonna go like this. Whoever wins their set is gonna get an equal.
After that guard break, I have enough frames to get guaranteed buttons. Yet instead of my 6K coming out, I just stood there and gave up my turn because the netcode ate my attack for literally no reason at all. I don't know what to make of this or how to even explain this. It's random, and when it does happen, it's infuriating. So if you ever feel like you pressed something, you just stood there, or if you're on the defensive end and someone's attacking you and you try to hold and no holes come out and now you're just eating damage and you know you hit the hold button, there is a chance that the delay based netcode screwed you over. It gets much worse than just eating buttons though. The delay based netcode literally changes the entire foundation of how the game is played, down to the entire frame data. What I mean by this is that there are certain moves that in practice mode that read as unsafe moves or moves that give up your turn, but the properties change to safe moves or moves that are even plus on block. Don't believe me? These next 3 clips will change your mind. This is a clip from Killy at TNS. This makes this so much more worse because this is a tournament that had 5K on the line and he got screwed over by the delay base in bracket. The string that Rig tried to hit him with on block leaves Killy at +5. If we use what we understand about the DOA minigame on block, when you do something that's negative on block, your choices are to either fuzzy to cover the strike and throw counters, attack if they try to throw your safe move because strike beats throw, or make a read with a side step attack or a hold. Whereas Killy options are literally whatever he wants because it is his turn, he has extra 5 frames. If they both choose to strike, Kokoro is going to hit him first every time. The only way Rig comes out winning in a strike scenario is if Kokoro goes for a throw. So knowing that is the case, the fact that Killy chose the correct option and still lost to that scenario should be an impossible outcome. But it is allowed because of the delay based netcode. Moving on to not 1 but 2 examples from my big homie Emery Reigns. In this first scenario, he has Neo Tengu, and multiple times in this round you're going to see Emery go for 66k followed by P plus K. 66k is only -2 frames and P plus K is 10 frames, so essentially there should be no world where Hayabusa is able to get a forward throw punish on Neo Tengu after 66k, yet it is allowed to happen multiple times in a single round. Why? Delay based netcode.
It's only -3, yeah, I know.
Bro, it look, bro, you got combos to me. What you talking about?
I'm throwing it again.
I did P plus K. I don't know how I'm getting grabbed. I did P plus K. Bro, like, I did fucking... You're not throwing me after a -2 move.
Fast forward to another matchup, Hayabusa versus Hayate, where Hayabusa does Ninpo stance in the kick, a launching knee that is -13 on block. If your Hayate execution's on point, you can literally do a launching throw to this. But a forward or neutral throw will punish this move every single time because it is unsafe. However, that sentiment completely changes when you're playing online because for some reason, this move is plus enough for him to be able to jab you out of your own throw for some reason.
No, I'm countering that shit. What? Bro!
I could go out of my way all day to find clips and examples, but I believe that the point is clear. The message should be clear. We need something, anything that's better than the netcode that we have. We are starving for the smallest inkling of information about some better netcode being on the way. The lack of transparency is hurting now more than ever, simply because nobody knows what to expect, and the things that we have been told haven't really had the best reception lately. If you are implementing a better netcode, then it is in your best interest to let us know as soon as yesterday. And if you don't have rollback, then just tell us and rip the band-aid off now, because ripping the band-aid off now will be much better than people finding out after they've already spent their hard-earned money on this game. We have a little over a month left. Please Team Ninja, please Koei Tecmo, please executives, please anyone that's behind these decisions, make the right choice. Thanks for watching. If y'all enjoy this type of content, y'all want to see more, man, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share with your friends, all that good stuff, man. And as always, subscribe for some more from the Golden Ghost Cartel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.